It's not normal for feet, those distinct parts of the human, it's not normal for humans who think of themselves as feet to automatically get along with hands. It's not normal and natural for those who are tall to not think of themselves as superior to those who are short. It is normal, since the fall of humanity, for us to think that if it's different, it's got to be better or worse. If it's different, I've got to decide which one's better or worse. Why is this? Why is this that humans, made by the Creator in the image of God, get so insecure in who I am, in who we are? Precisely because we reject the image of the one who created us. Exactly because we think, I think, you individually think, I'm the one who is the one who defines who I am, who decides what I am by my doing, by my speech, by my actions or inactions. I am what I make myself to be. That's what we Americans think. But it's true south of the border too. And it's true over there in Western Europe and in Asia and down in Indonesia. It's true. This is what humans do. We reject the image of the one in whose image we're made. We decide that we are smarter than God. We are the ones who should decide if the foot is more important than the hand. Of course, if I'm the foot. Or we're the ones who decide that God didn't do it right for me as a hand. That's not quite enough, and so we'll mope our way through life thinking that God did us dirt, or that that's just the way I am. And away we mope. It's as natural as the flesh which you can reach into your tummy and grab this morning. Humanity rejects what the Creator says is reality about your identity individually and about our identity collectively. But God chose not to leave us humans who had decided to rebel against Him and say, we know better than you, we know whose word to trust. It's the one who tells us lies. You're not going to die. You're not going to die, said the tempter a long time ago. And of course, his promise was untrue. And humans do die with their physical bodies. And humans do have a death to look forward to if they continue to reject the Creator Almighty, death which is separation from God for eternity. The sheep on the right and the goats on the left will be far away from the presence of God forever. This is the way God says it is. But God chose not to leave us alone, and chose to work in human history through humans. He chose to call for Himself and shape for Himself a people, a collective, a community. He picked a pipsqueak people, not an important people who had earned any kinds of rights or privileges up with God Almighty, but He picked out a people who throughout history have always been kicked around, booted to this place or that place. Always, when you say the word Jews, it's said with, not always, but a lot of places spoken in a pejorative sense. Jews, Israel, what are they? And it continues to be. Why this people? God chose to work in history and chose to have one of them be the fulfillment of it all. He chose to have prophets speak to those people at different times and different places in their history. Isaiah said, here, look forward to the day when there will be freedom for the captives. When he wrote that, they were in captivity. Was he talking just about freedom politically speaking? Yeah, but the real fulfillment would come later, and Jesus proved it. He talked about the year of Jubilee, the year of the Lord's favor, when the Lord would set everything right again. Those who had put themselves into thousands times 10,000s in debt would have it all made equal again. All justice would be the rule of the land. That was the way it was supposed to be economically among the people of Israel. He proclaimed liberty for those who had been oppressed, freedom. It's a beautiful thing that Isaiah is writing about. But God chose in history to not always give his people this political freedom, this economic freedom, this thing that they thought it really meant, that we're to be the master race. Until Jesus came along on a Saturday afternoon in a synagogue up there in Galilee of the Gentiles, that place where God's people didn't even think was worthy of being called a place of God's people, and said, today, this text in Isaiah 61, we'd say today, is fulfilled in your hearing. I'm the one. At the center of all of our scriptures, I'm the one, he said, probably in a group not unlike this. I'm the one. Today it's fulfilled in your hearing. Hearing, isn't that interesting? In your hearing. It was proclaimed. It was promised. As you looked at him, did it look like he was the one who was fulfillment? Did it have fulfillment emblazoned, flashing across his forehead? He looked like the little boy Jesus that they had seen rambling around in the neighborhood with the kids. It looked like Mary and Joseph's boy, and indeed it was. But more than that, it is the Christ.